I'll begin with that of Mawumbe George William. I'll go through one by one, my Lord, evaluate the evidence, and then make a general comment on the law. I'll not speak about the law on each incident. I'll speak about the law generally. But I'll have to first take you through the evidence, my Lord, or for each incident. Now, I'll begin with Mawumbe George William, my Lord. This gentleman, on the 9th of April 2025, saw an affidavit for us, the petitioner. My Lord, I think in the examination, you were able to note the numbers of the pages where that affidavit is. But for abundance of caution, my Lord, is at page 1276 to 1278. In that evidence, my Lord, this gentleman stated that he's a registered voter at Clinton Junior School KI to M polling station. My Lord, we gave that voter's roll as part of our evidence. On election day, he says that he met a man called Benny Talamukasa at a woman's place near a shrine under a jackfruit tree near a place called Zion Parking. That place, my Lord, is found in Chiganda zone in Kawempe North constituency, not very far away from where the polling station is. He said that when he got there, he found Benny Mukasa giving money to several people, and he gave him 5,000 shillings and asked him to vote for the first respondent. My Lord, this witness came to the stand and he was extensively cross-examined on his affidavit, and he remained firm that he was given 5,000 shillings by Benny Mukasa Antale. Benny Mukasa Antale also gave an affidavit. I said, my Lord, I'll refer to it without prejudice. He gave an affidavit where in paragraphs, my Lord, if you could note them, 6, 7, 8, 9, 14, and 15, he made repetitive bare denials of having given this witness a bribe. He simply says, I did not give, I did not give, I did not see. Bare denials, my Lord. He actually says to his face that I know these allegations are not correct because Mawumbe has said in the second affidavit that they are not correct. Of course, thankfully, my Lord, that second affidavit is now out of the window. For Chamber Nathan Mwanguzi, the second incident, again, a registered voter at Clinton Junior School, KI to M. We have given the voter's roll, my Lord. He says on that day of the election, he went to this parking lot and found Nachobe and Benny Mukasa. Nachobe gave him 10,000 shillings. Again, my Lord, the witness was cross-examined extensively. And rather than impeach, what was taken from that cross-examination, what I noted, is rather than impeach the fact that Nachobe gave 10,000 shillings to Chamber, my learned friend who was cross-examining was only asking what the witness had done for Nachobe to receive the 10,000 shillings. So the fact of receipt of the 10,000 shillings was not impeached. What the lawyer was trying to get around about was, what was it for? My Lord, this was towards the day of the election. The witness said, I have no relationship with Nachobe or Benny Mukasa, and there could never have been any other reason to give me the 10,000 apart from voting for the first respondent. I'm referring it without prejudice. Nachobe made only bare denials. Okay, I did not give that man money. But what is striking are two things from her affidavit, my Lord, if when you retire you look at it. Two things lavishly strike from that affidavit. The first one is that Nachobe does not deny in her affidavit knowing Chamber Nathan Mwanguzi. She doesn't say so in her affidavit. She only says, and I quote, that she does not know Chamber Nathan Mwanguzi pertaining to the issues of Kawempe North by-election. So she says, she doesn't say, I don't know him. She's saying, I don't know him with regard to issues of the Kawempe North by-election. Something else striking from her affidavit, Nachobe. She does not deny being an agent of the first respondent. Others try to deny generally, but this one doesn't deny at all. My Lord, I need to highlight with these two incidents, if I go to the next one, I need to highlight the evidence they gave in court here during the examination when they stated that they were approached by Benny Mukasa Antale and told and coerced and intimidated and whatever they said Benny Mukasa and whoever he did it with did to them. I must note that for these two incidents, that evidence that they gave here in examination is critical, my lord. Okay, how they were approached by Ben Mukasantale, again, so that this evidence could disappear. That is a key highlight of those two incidents. Center. Wanjala Solomon came to the stand. Wanjala Solomon came to the stand and said, I saw Ben Mukasantale give money to voters who included Geoffrey Wamukubira. When he was at the stand, my lord, he demonstrated the distance between him and the veranda where Ben Mukasantale was giving the money from. And as you could see, my lord, it was a very short distance. Wanjala could see what was going on. Something is striking from the affidavit of Ben Mukasantale with regard to this particular incident, my lord. In that affidavit, from paragraph 1 to the end, Ben Mukasantale does not deny that he was at that polling station. Nowhere does he say, I was not there. He only says, I did not leave because the presiding officer asked me to leave. He's kind of literally saying, I left on my own. Okay. But he doesn't say, I was not there. Again, he says, he doesn't deny I wasn't there. He says, I am not aware of any complaint filed against me at this polling station by Wanjala Solomon. That's all he says in his affidavit, but he does not say that Wanjala Solomon, you are lying, I was not at that polling station. He doesn't say that in his affidavit. Maumbe, Chamber, and Wanjala. Let me highlight this, my lord, with regard to those three incidents. All these three incidents, my lord, took place in Chiganda Zone, LOC1. The polling station of Clinton Jr., KI2M, and Pentecostal Church polling center are both within Chiganda Zone, LOC1. So Ben Mukasantale was operating from Chiganda Zone. And he does not say, by the way, in his affidavit, or even Nacho, none of them says they were not in Chiganda Zone on election day. None of them say so. In fact, from the evidence of Chamber Nathan Mwangs, my lord, this gentleman we are talking about, Ben Mukasantale, is a resident of this Chiganda zone. He is a leader of that zone. And he confirms that, my lord, in his own affidavit. So I thought I could highlight that bit, that this is all in Chiganda zone. Now at Sekati, for Nabakoza Rita, the bribery by Nabakoza Rita in Sekati zone, one of the photos and everything. My lord, our witness, Nabukenya Margaret, came and stayed. The first one was Maumbe. Yes, all those three incidents were bribery by Mukasantale. There were three incidents. To Nabakoza, yes, my lord. Mukasantale, my lord, and Nachobe in the first three, because Chamber was bribed by Nachobe. So the first three incidents is Ben Mukasa and Nachobe. This one is Rita, Nabakoza. And I'll say this very, very briefly, my lord. Our witness came here, Nabukenya Margaret, and told us Nabakoza Rita went to a registered voter called Chibuka Mary Diana and gave her 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items. 2, she stated that this was during the election campaign. This was during the campaign for the by-election. When Rita came here, my lord, she did not deny. She did not deny that she was at the residence of Mary Chibuka Diana. She did not deny that she gave out the items. All she tried to do was to give a different version now of what she was doing, okay, during this campaign period, your lordship. But at least she doesn't deny that during this campaign, she was at the residence of Mary Chibuka Diana and that she gave out these items. That is paragraph 12 of her affidavit in support of the first respondent's answer to the petition. When we cross-examined her, my lord, we were able to show that on this particular incident, when she went to Mary Chibuka Diana, she was wearing the party symbols of the political party of the first respondent. The photographs that he attached to try and give a different version of what she was doing, as we saw, my lord, towards the end of cross-examination, collapsed like a pack of cards. Kuncha ya leero wano mu kkooti enkulu e Kampala ffe abannambi ku nsonga y'omusango ogw'ebyokulonda gwe twaleeta wano mu kkooti tumaze okuwumbawumba ensonga zaffe mu maaso g'omulamuzi ne tumwoleka obunywevu bw'obujulizi bwe tumuleetedde nga tuwulira omusango guno, ne tumwoleka amateeka ge tulowooza nti tegaagobererwa mu kulonda kw'e Kawempe, ne tumwoleka ensonga nnyingi zonna ze twemulugunyaako n'ensonga kwe twesigama okugamba nti akalulu k'e Kawempe keetaaga kusazibwamu. Omulamuzi tumubuulidde mu kuwumbawumba kuno nti obujulizi bwe twamuwa bw'ossaako amateeka agalina okugobererwa mu kulonda, toyinza kulemwa kusazaamu kalulu k'e Kawempe. Ekimu ku bye tumwolese nti abantu be tutamanyi baalonda batya bangi nnyo basinga obululu obwali wakati wa Nambi ne Nalukoola. Ate nga bw'obeera oyagala okumanya oba akalulu kalina okusazibwamu, otunula ku nnamba y'abantu abataamanyibwa baalonda batya, n'ogigeraageranya ne maagini wakati wa Nambi ne Nalukoola. Omulamuzi tumwolese nti abantu be tutamanyi baalonda batya ennamba yaabwe kumpi ekubisaamu maagini emirundi ebiri. Ekitegeeza nti ebyava mu kalulu k'e Kawempe byakubuusabuusa olw'ensonga nti situmanyi abantu abo singa baategeerekeka baalonda batya, result ey'enkomeredde yalibadde etya. Buli omulamuzi bwe tumwoleka nti awo waliwo okubuusabuusa aba asigazza ekyokukola kimu kyokka, kusazaamu kalulu. Tumubuulidde nti abantu abo 1,664 toyina bw'obagamba nti bo kati obasudde ettayo, bye bajja okulonda bya bwewussa, obululu bwabwe tebulimu makulu. Buli lw'oyogera ekyo obanga agamba nti bo si bannakawempe era bye baalonda tebigasa. Omulamuzi tumubuulidde tebitasobola kikola, era nitumwoleka emisango enkumuliitu ejja kkooti ejulirwamu bweppo ne kkooti ensukkulumu ng'egamba nti nga zigamba emisango egyo nga gigamba nti buli lw'olengera ng'abantu abataategeerekeka baalonda batya basinga obungi maagini wakati w'awangudde n'azzeeko, oteekwa buteekwa kusazaamu kalulu, abantu baddeyo balonde, buli omu ategeerekeke alonze atya. Mu kuwumbawumba ensonga ey'okubiri gye tumwolese emisango entoko Nalukoola ne ba campaign agent be gye baakola mu kulonda. Tumaze ebbanga nga tugibabuulira emisango egyo. Ekikulu kye twolese omulamuzi olwaleero nti abantu b'ekibiina kya National Unity Platform, abakulembeze baakyo kuviira ddala ku Secretary General Rubongoya ne bakansala bannuuku mu community eyo mu bifo eby'enjawulo, emisango gino baagikola ku lwa Nalukoola. Egimu yagyekolera ng'omuntu, gamba ng'okukuba akalulu ku lunaku lw'okulonda, egimu gyakolebwa abakulembeze mu kibiina kya National Unity Platform. Ate nga ye mwennyini yajja n'agamba kkooti kino kye kibiina ekyamusponsoringa okujja mu kalulu, era abajulizi be yaleeta omuli ne Secretary General ne booleka bulungi nti mu kampeyini ye baalimu ne ku lunaku olw'okulonda baalimu. So nno ffe nga tugamba omulamuzi bwaba bukubeeramu okwo balina ebitaagenda bulungi bye baakola, Nalukoola abivunaanyizibwako kubanga ekibiina kye nga wakkiriza kye kyamuleeta, tasobola kukkirizaako birungi byokka bye kyakola mu kampeyini ne ku lunaku lw'okulonda, ate ebibi bye kyakola n'abyesammula. Tugambye omulamuzi nti avunaanyizibwa bujjuvu ku bintu byonna abakulembeze ba National Unity Platform bye baakola mu kalulu k'e Kawempe. Ne tumusaba n'olwekyo nga tukubira nti obujulizi bwe tumuwadde bumala, amateeka ge tumuwadde gamala, aleme kulonzalonza wabula okusazaamu akalulu k'e Kawempe North Nalukoola jiwe mu Parliament, kooti eragire akalulu kaddiweemu olwo nno buli muntu alonde era ategeerekeke nga bwe yalonda n'akalulu ke kakole amakulu nga bwe kalina okukola mu tteeka. Kakati bwe batunyonyola omulamuzi tumbuulidde nti akakiiko k'ebyokulonda kalina ebitaagenda bulungi nga kko akakiiko k'ebyokulonda. Ne tumbuulira nti etteeka lyawa akakiiko k'ekulonda ebbeetu okutereeza ebintu ebyo. Gamba singa kaategeera nti ku polling stations 14 okubala obululu kugaanye, etteeka lyali likawa ebbeetu okugamba nti obululu obwo bunaaba lwenkeera, kubanga etteeka liwa akakiiko k'ebyokulonda ebbeetu eryo. Singa kaagamba nti bannange obululu buno bwonoonese era akakiiko k'ebyokulonda kalina ebbeetu okuzzaamu abalonzi mu polling stations ezo 14 olunaku oluddako muzokke 14 ne balonda, olwo buli omu n'ategeerekeka alonza atya. Etteeka liwa akakiiko k'ebyokulonda ennaku 48 okulangirira omuwanguzi okuva ku kulonda ekutandise. Simanyi kyali kibapapya kulangirira Nalukoola ku ssaawa ez'omutumbi 6 nga bategedde nti waliwo ebifo 14 ebirina abalonzi 1,700 kumpi obululu Nalukoola bwe yafuna ebitakomyewo. Etteeka libawa ebbeetu okuddamu okulonda enkeera ne batakikola. Baalinga abeekobanye ne Nalukoola okumala gamuyisa mu kamooli bamulangirire matumbi budde, n'etteeka newankubadde nga lyali bawa ebbeetu okugumiikirizaako enkya abantu baddemu okulonda. Essaawa 48 zaali zikyaliko, situmanyi lwaki tebaakikola. Naye omulamuzi tumubuulidde nti okulemererwa okukola ekyo etteeka lye kyali kibawa okukola kwali kumenya tteeka, era olw'ensonga eyo abantu abo tebaakomyawo byava mu kulonda, ate nga kyekimu kye tuyimiriddeko okulaba ng'omulamuzi tumukonvinsinga oba tumukakasa abeere ng'asazaamu akalulu ke kawedde.
Talk about the bribery and the obstruction of the election official officers and the polling Okay, Nambi, abaali bakulemberamu ebyokulonda okubeera nga babatataaganya naabo n'ensonga y'okubeera nga
mulimu emisango Nalukoola gye yakola gye tumuvunaana wano mu kkooti, misango giringa 4. Ogusooka bwe buggulirira abalonzi ng'ayita mu ba-agenti be bembabuulidde nti bakulembeze b'ekibiina kya NUP mu Kawempe. Ekyokubiri, Nalukoola yakuba kampeyini ku lunaku lw'okulonda. Ekyokusatu, abantu ab'ekibiina kya NUP ate nga ba-agenti be nga bwe nnyonnyodde omulamuzi baalemesa abantu abamu okulonda, okugeza ku polling station mu Kazo Angola baalemesa omulonzi okulonda nga n'abamulemesa be bakuuma akalulu ka Nalukoola bennyini ku polling station eyo. Ekyakinyonyoddwa omulamuzi nti abantu kulemezi b'ekibiina kya NUP baagenda mu maaso nga bataataaganya ebyokulonda mu constituency ku polling station ez'enjawulo. Tumbuulidde omulamuzi, Secretary General wa NUP Mwami Lubongoya yajja butereevu mu kkooti n'agamba nti omulamuzi, nze mu polling stations naliyo, natambula mu constituency yonna ne ba-agenti ba Nalukoola nze nali mbalabirira. Omulamuzi tumugamba n'oyo gw'olaba yataataaganya abakulira ebyokulonda e Kazangola. Kyateeganye era kye tumukakasizzaako nti yakikola, tusubira ng'omulamuzi ajja kukkiriziganya naffe. This morning and early afternoon, we have in our petition that we brought to court for Nambi made our final submissions to the court, as the court ordered us to do today. We have convinced the judge, we believe, that the evidence we have brought to court, the laws upon which we have relied, the authorities upon which we have relied, that it is only one conclusion that can be reached in this matter: the annulment of the election of Nalukoola as a Member of Parliament for Kawempe Division North constituency. We have told the judge, which was a key thing of our petition, that the voters whose electoral choice was not known, numbering 16,640,
affected the result of the election in a substantial manner. We have told the judge that that number is greater than the margin between Nalukoola and Faridah as to put the result of the election in Kawempe North in doubt. We have told the judge that if you want to know whether the election was affected substantially, what you do is to look at the number of people who were disenfranchised, in this case 16,640, and gauge it, compare it with the margin between the winner and the petitioner, which is nearly half that number. We have told the judge that we do not know who would have won at these polling stations, and we cannot accept the conjecture, the trajectories, the patterns, the beliefs of Nalukoola that he would have won even in the 14 polling stations. We have told the judge we only use numbers to determine who won at what particular station. And because we don't have those numbers, and we have told the judge before that there are polling stations that Nambi won and those that Nalukoola won, it is highly possible, and it is the case, that the result of the election is in doubt. And that is all that the law requires us to prove, okay? That the election result is unknown with certainty, okay? Because we do not have the results from 14 polling stations. Secondly, we have told the judge, given him the law, given him the authorities on the various offenses that we brought and charged Nalukoola with. Bribery by his agents. On this, we have told the judge that although Nalukoola did not do it personally, and the law did not require him to do it personally, the leaders of the National Unity Platform committed the illegal practice of bribery on his behalf. We have convinced the judge, we believe, that if Nalukoola was sponsored by the NUP, then having accepted the officials and leaders of the NUP to participate in his campaign and election, he cannot run away from the illegal practices that they committed on his behalf. We have also told the judge that Nalukoola and his people campaigned on election day. We have told the judge that Nalukoola and his people obstructed voters on election day as well as election officials. We have told him that on obstruction of election officials, the Secretary General of the NUP came and told court that I was in the constituency. I was all over all polling stations. I am the one who took care of the agents of Nalukoola, etc., etc. So we are saying that because of that, he cannot then escape the charge that we put on him of obstructing election officials at the Kazo Angola polling center. For the reasons we have given the judge, for the law that we have cited to him, for the numerous authorities of the Court of Appeal and the Supreme Court that we have given him, we have asked him, we have prayed to him that he should annul the election of Nalukoola as a Member of Parliament for Kawempe Division North and allow everybody to go back to the election, have all the 197 polling stations return results, then we can know with certainty who is the rightful Member of Parliament for Kawempe Division North constituency. Otherwise, for now, we are in doubt whether it should have been Nalukoola or Faridah. And for that reason only, the court should annul the election. Polling stations, the Electoral Commission had the right, they had the freedom, they had the power to extend voting to the next day. The declaration of a final winner in parliamentary elections happens 48 hours after the voting has commenced. Nalukoola was announced winner on the day of the election in the deep dead of the night. We have told the judge that if the Electoral Commission had seen, if they had realized that 14 polling stations had not returned results, they had the freedom, the power, and the right to extend voting to the next day in which case would have had a full return of 197 polling stations. When they did not do that, okay, we told the judge that that was non-compliance, and that set on course a chain of events that led to affecting the result of the election in a substantial manner.
Omusumba ye n'asaba n'agamba bagawukule gagende wakumuluma 13
era mbyagalira ddala pulezidenti wange
betwasaba bajje batusabire tebakoze eki tebalabise
tugenda kwekalakasa paka eza paka kulya